Hey guys, Brody General here, back with another video, and I have Chevy R. Felix over here on his laptop. But today, we're going to be talking about an LCD display, which is weird on my channel, but it's a special LCD display that I actually have grown pretty fond of. This is a Dell, I believe an FP 1400. I can be pretty wrong on that, I'm not sure. But this is an LCD flat panel display made in 1999, so the same year my Trinitron was made. I have it connected up to my my gaming rig, and today we're just gonna see if it's that makes sense. We're just gonna see if it's bearable and playable to play GTA 5 on this old LCD display. Now, LCDs have gotten a lot better since the 90s. In the 90s, LCDs were barely usable because of the fact that they had pretty bad picture quality. But this one isn't, it's okay. Now, the camera does make it look a little better. I'm just going to turn my rig on here and let it boot up. There we go. So far, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too good either, but yeah, so there we go. The camera's actually making it look like it's nearly pure black, but to my eyes it's pretty bluish colored. Rainbow Dash wallpaper. It's also very dark, so I'm going to turn the brightness up. Yeah. So mind you, this LCD is from 1999, so I'm gonna have to take its picture quality with a grain of salt because of the fact that LCDs were pretty prototyped back then. I mean, they had okay laptop panel displays back then, but actual desktop displays like this were pretty primitive at the time. This has a max resolution of 1024 by 768, and the only video I think I've shown it off in prior to this is why CRTs are better than LCDs. Which was quite a biased opinion, but I do prefer CRTs, I won't lie. But that's not to say that this is unusable. So looking at the desktop, it's more than usable. It's I don't mind it. I mean, if you see here, the camera would focus. I mean, it's not necessarily good, but it's not necessarily horrible. It's more or less just kind of meh. So we'll boot up GTA 5 here. And it's kind of weird seeing an LCD on my desk. It actually is. This one is not giving me as much room as I thought it would give me. But that's just usually because I have the back end of my tubes sticking off the desk, so it's basically a flat screen. But here we go into GTA. Let my computer have a seizure on the first screen for some reason. I don't know why, but it does do that like every time. So as you can see right now, as it's in the black screen, it's pretty bluish colored. So as far as color reproduction goes, I would have to give this thing a grade D because it's not nice. But again, to the average user that's not, you know, all picky about displays, such as Richard, who doesn't really mind he doesn't mind not having super high resolution. He just wants a decent display to work on. This doesn't seem that bad. It's just I'm a little more picky, and so it does look bad to me, but, you know, again, I'm trying to give him an unbiased opinion of it. So far, playable. Definitely playable. I mean, 1024 by 768 is low, but not bad. I mean, since this game can run an 800 by 600, technically you could run this on a screen worse than this. And on the camera, this screen is looking pretty bright, but to me, the colors actually look kind of washed out. Like, not as bad as I expected, but they are kind of washed out. And as I said, LCDs have gotten way better with time. I mean, the newer LCDs look like they make this look horrible, you know. So I mean, this is kind of bottom of the barrel sort of stuff, but here we go in GTA. And as you can see, alright, there's a little bit of display lag between the camera and my game. And as you can see, I'm gonna get the mouse in frame there. As you might be able to see, if you look at my hand down there, there's a lot of display lag there. So I would not want to be doing speed runs on this, but I would definitely still call it playable, at least for now. I'm gonna try to make a little tripod thing here. Let's see. And I don't want to answer Simeon right now. How about this? Oh, that definitely works. So this is pretty. This is still pretty playable. The colors do look washed out. I mean, everything sort of has a blue tint to it, but I think GTA kind of is like that already. I mean, it even sort of looks a little like that on my tube, so I'm not gonna blame that on the LCD. Let's just go into an invite-only session so I don't get any interruptions and don't get pissed off on the video, because I can get angry kind of easily. All right. Hey Richard, this thing's actually not looking that bad though. Come check this out. It looks way better than I expected it to look. I expected this to be horrible, but like resolution-wise, that doesn't look bad to me. So yeah, this thing is more than usable for gaming, as long as you don't mind pretty bad display lag. I think that was, again, it's a problem that's been with LCDs for a long time, and it's gotten a lot better since the older ones. Like, now it's barely noticeable, even on an LCD. Like, it's noticeable, but not nearly as noticeable on LCDs now as it was back then. Like, on this LCD, I hit the mouse, and it takes like a half second for it to actually do anything. So here we go. I'm at my house. I'm gonna zoom in the camera a bit. There we go. Alright, so on the camera things are looking a bit dimmer than they are in real life. Looks quite a bit better in real life than it does on the camera right now. Okay. So, would I use this LCD for everyday gaming and stuff? Myself, LCDs tend to, like, if I use them for more than maybe an hour and a half, they give me a headache. So I wouldn't use it for long-term gaming. But for just doing it for maybe, like, you know, less than an hour or so, I wouldn't mind that. It's not terrible. And since I normally run the game in 1024 by 768 resolution anyway, it doesn't look half bad on this monitor. It looks, you know, pretty monitory.
Okay, I got stuff to do.
I'm gonna call Moore's Mutual here. But yeah, as you can see so far, the LCD isn't doing too bad.
MMI, we expect the unexpected.
Claim all.
Okay.
Yeah, so as far as playability goes, not bad. I just wouldn't use it myself long term because I don't like headaches. But not everybody gets headaches from flat displays. It's just some people like me. Okay, so here we go.
Okay, I can't see. It's my, like my old laptop, it just starts slowly getting slower.
So this one's starting to slow down too?
Yeah.
That sucks.
That was cheap anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing that, like, if you look at this, you'd call this playable too, right? I mean, it doesn't look half bad. A little washed out, but, I mean, it's more than bearable. There's only one dead pixel on this monitor, too, which is pretty impressive considering how old it is. It was made fairly quality built as far as an LCD goes. Made by Dell, obviously, as I stated previously in the video, I'm pretty sure. So here we go. Not having any trouble playing this, just, yeah. As you can see, obviously 4:3 aspect ratio, so I mean they actually do still make, you know, 4:3 aspects for LCDs even today, so that's not too abnormal. Abnormal. So as far as just a monitor goes, it's practical. I mean, like if I was putting together a computer and I only had this monitor or buy a new monitor, I would use this monitor. I mean, like it's okay. I think one reason that I kind of have a little bit of a fondness to it is just because it's an old LCD. Like, it's pretty hard to find LCDs of this era, since they weren't very popular until like the early mid-2000s. So, would I give this display a good rating? Out of 10, I give it a 5. I mean, like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just a display. So that's all I have to say about this old LCD display, and you guys tell me what you guys think of it, and don't knock it just because it's an LCD. I mean, as I said, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of LCDs, but I have to say that they are still usable. I mean, they're not horrible displays. They're just, in my opinion, not as good as tubes, and that opinion changes from person to person. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one, but old LCD displays.